Well, I'm a New Yorker, born and raised in New York, and it's also where most of the band originally was from. New Yorkers probably talk faster than other people and are more intense in some ways. And I think there is some truth to that kind of rubbing off in the music. You know, there's a lot of attitude in the music that Dream Theater writes. There's a lot of attitude that I like to infuse in my guitar playing. You know, it's like to kind of make it jump out and convincing and to be like confident in your face. It's sort of like that New York attitude. I feel like music has different moments of like origin. The moment when something comes to you, whether you're playing your guitar or you're just walking around and you hear something, that's a very personal moment. That's the genesis of the idea. And then if you're able to go into a studio, you're able to record that collaboration, that's another genesis of the music. But still, the third level, which is when you're actually now taking what you did and now you're sharing it in real time, you're performing it. You know, since we're humans, like it never comes out the same way. So it's always a unique experience for the performer and for the listener. You know, if you're standing right in front of somebody or you're in the same room and you're in the nosebleeds, you know, there is definitely an interaction. I can feel it as a performer. I think people in the audience can feel that. I felt that as an audience member. That whole connection from yourself to the audience, there's really nothing like that. As far as how the wah came to be, you know, I think throughout the years, trying different crybaby wahs, when the 535 first came out and had the adjustable cue and you can kind of adjust the range, and I remember finding this sort of perfect spot that I never really heard before. And so I immediately sort of locked in to that sound being something that I'm going to use. Because of the types of venues we play, I don't like to have a lot of audio signal going out to any pedals. So that's when I got turned on to the rack wah. So I kind of gravitated to getting that 535 sound in the rack wah. And the funny thing is, really, once I said it, I never looked back. So fast forward to having the opportunity to have my own signature wah. At first, I started thinking of all these different features. But then as I started to really think a little bit further, I started to say, maybe what this wah needs to be is it needs to actually be simple. It needs to be something that when you step on it, you know it's going to deliver that sound that I cultivated throughout all these years. That level of boost, that low end, that high end, that sweep. So we ended up taking the wah settings on the rack wah and all that experience and all those thoughts and conclusions and experimenting. And so that's the sound that they modeled the pedal off of. Now, if you wanted to, if you're a tinkerer, and a lot of guitar players are, you open it up, there are some EQ pots that you can change it. And then the look of it, you know, with all my stuff, I'm kind of into this sort of, I want things to have a classy look, but also look very strong and you know, just badass and sleek and everything. So the black sort of smoke chrome that we did, the tread on it with the shield, I think it has a really cool look to it. It looks good on the pedal board. It looks good on its own, so it's a great looking wah.
Yeah.